Thank you, Mr. President. And really what I'm getting after is that the same arguments you make that cities shouldn't be able to control wages and benefits because it would disrupt our economy in the state can be applied at the federal level. And the same arguments are exactly what Senator Pratt has made, which is when you cross over into Wisconsin or Wisconsin to Minnesota, the wage laws are different. The benefits are different. So that same argument applies at the national level. And if you take that argument to its extension, then you believe that the federal government is the only one that would have the right to a minimum wage, and that states should have no right to setting minimum wage. But as Senator Pratt correctly points out, that's not how it operates. The nation, our country, has set the minimum wage. And then states have had the constitutional authority to go higher than that. And from our history, we know that cities can go one step further if they'd like. And so we need an overarching theory or philosophy as to when the federal government acts, when the state acts, and when the city acts. And how it has worked in the history of our country is that the federal government sets the minimum level of protection and benefits. The state can set a higher floor of wages and benefits and protections, and the cities can go beyond that. The question that's before us here today is not whether or not we like what Minneapolis and St. Paul are doing. That's not the question. The question is do they have the constitutional authority? Do they have the power derived to do this? And the answer to that question is yes. So we're not actually here arguing about whether we like what Minneapolis or St. Paul is doing. That is not the question. Although I fear we are using convenient constitutional interpretation to try and stop things we don't like instead of operating under the power of the Constitution.